What is virtue signaling?
Mr. Reagan.
In 2015, there was an article written in The Spectator by James Bartholomew. According to Wikipedia, it says that he was using the term to describe empty gestures intended to convey socially approved attitudes without any associated risk or sacrifice. There's no real virtue involved, right? You're just basically saying, look at me, look how awesome I am, I have these beliefs, I think these things, and therefore I am virtuous. I hate Trump, therefore I'm a good person, right? And it's ridiculous. It's an empty way of signaling that you are somehow ethical or good or moral, right? I'm against the wall and therefore I'm not a racist. This kind of thing, right? And so what's the problem with this? What's the problem with saying that you hate Trump online or saying I don't like a wall and therefore I'm not racist? People are taking hard positions, political positions, that they know very little about, and they have no interest in learning about. They just want the virtue associated with being in line with other people on this issue. It's not a real argument. There's no real debate happening there. I'm not saying anything intelligent about the issue. They're just saying, I'm on this side, you know. Look, nobody wants to be considered a racist, okay? Nobody on the right, nobody on the left. Nobody. But to just say, oh, I'm for this or I'm for that because, you know, I'm for women or I'm for gays or I'm for blacks, it makes you sound great, but you're not helping the world in any way. You're not really contributing any ideas. You're not having a conversation. You're just sitting there saying, look at me, look at me, look at me. There is something incredibly ugly about bragging about good things that you do. If you see somebody do something good and they take no credit for it, they just do the good thing and they walk away, you think, wow, that's a good person. They didn't do it for any sort of selfish purpose. They just did it out of a sense of decency. But if you see somebody do a good deed and then they run around saying, look at the good deed I did. I'm so awesome. I just did this awesome good deed. You think, okay, well, you've got your benefit, right? I think there's something in the Bible about that, right? You know, if you do something good and you tell everybody about it, there's your reward. You've been rewarded. That's it. That's what you get. But if you do something good and you say nothing about it, your reward waits for you in heaven. Not only do I think your reward waits for you in heaven, but I think that there is a sense of self-confidence that comes with just doing the right thing. It allows you to look yourself in the mirror every day and feel confident that you are of some value in this world. I think if you go around in life and you're just selfish and you're kind of an awful person, when you look in the mirror, you have to recognize that. So anyway, in essence, virtue signaling is an empty gesture to try to get attention. It's a lighthouse that says, look at me. It's a big flashing disco ball. It doesn't actually make you a good person. Signaling that you're a good person, to me, is a huge red flag. There's quite a bit of consensus on the right now that if you are a male feminist, you're probably somebody who's prone to sexual assault. You're the kind of guy who women should not trust. And that tends to play out. That tends to be true. Those who scream the loudest, I'm good, tend to be the worst. So, in short, don't be a virtue signaler. Be a good person. Alright, that's it for me. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you want to see more videos like this, subscribe. And if you hate me, save your tears in a coffee cup and mail it to my address here, Los Angeles, California. I will drink them, and it will make me strong.
An American and a Russian arguing about their two countries, and the American said, look, in my country I can walk into the Oval Office and say, Mr. President, I don't like the way you're running our country. And the Russian said, I can do that. I can go into the Kremlin to the General Secretary's office and say, Mr. General Secretary, I don't like the way President Reagan's running his country.